That is a 2016 4.4 litre Range Rover Sport, and this is why you should forget about a mortgage and buy one of those. So let's start inside with the seats. Now, leather would not be my material of choice, but it's undeniably comfy. Perforated leather with a heating element and lumbar support. I, for one, do not have 18-way memory seats in my house. Another point for the Range, my house does not come with a hand radiator that I can grip whenever my hands are cold. Perfect for after rugby. Another thing the Range has is a Meridian sound system. Now, I know you think, well, you can get nice speakers for your house, but do you have DAB, USB, FM, AM radio? Can you stream music through your speakers without any wires? I don't think so. This might be a bit of a push, but with privacy glass front and back, you could say that this car comes with curtains. Okay, blinds. We'll say it comes with blinds. There's also a massive window for stargazing. Now, unless you have a Velux or a skylight, of which I have neither, that's another point for the car. And make no mistake, the Range is genuinely big enough to have a proper lie-down sleep. And the ambient lighting gives it that, well, it gives it that homely feel. Another fantastic thing about this house over your contemporary house is I can change the height of this house. Which not only means I can lord over everybody on the road, but also I can take my house anywhere. Off-road height selected. It's all making sense so far, and when you think the average UK house price is £256,000 as of July 2021, and that's 40, you stand to save yourself £216,000. Get yourself a little hot plate or a gas stove, put the food in the fridge, you've got yourself a kitchen as well. Move your house nearby a lake and you have hygiene. Also, say goodbye to commuting, you can just drive your house to work. And if you have the 4.4 litre version of the Range Rover house like I do, it will drive fantastic. Now, you have a start button here, which once you press, your house becomes mobile. And I should also mention that it has a start-stop function, so when you pull up to lights or stop driving, it will cut out the engine, which is important to know because it will keep gas and electric bills down. As this is also going to be used as a car, I want to throw in some kind of review of the driving. Now, at the moment, we are on the highest setting, and there is a bit of body roll, but less than you'd expect. Now, I described it the other day as almost like a snaky body roll, as opposed to a true kind of wobble. Now, let me just pull over one moment, and I will be able to put it in the lowest setting, and I will show to you how much of a difference that makes. So let me just move over here and drop it down. Now, if we go into, there we go, we're sinking slowly. Now, I've pulled into the lowest setting, and I will do a similar body roll type test. And there is much less body roll. You can tell the steering is just more responsive. It's like a snakiness to it. There's not a roll per se, but you can tell you're not in a car that's super, super low down. Another thing to be said about the four-wheeled home is how tranquil it is. Now, a 4.4 litre engine is a big old block, but you can hear me. I don't have to raise my voice at all. Me and my house are just cruising around, all serene. I've also got quite good miles per gallon out of my house. I've had this house for a day, and I've averaged 25 mpg, which I don't think is terrible, all things considered. I've been on a road test, so I have been kind of pushing it more than I would usually, but what a fantastic place to live. Another feature that I'm deeply impressed with is the adaptive cruise control. Now, you can set your speed, say 60 miles an hour, and if it can achieve that speed, it will. But you also set a distance to keep from the car in front. So it will keep you at the distance unless that car moves, and then will increase to the speed you have set the cruise control to. Not very many houses have that feature. If, however, you would like the car to be a bit raucous, it will tick that box too. For saying it's so heavy, it really does pull. I think thanks to the 4.4 litre block, which most houses. Now obviously it isn't on the levels of its bigger SVR brother, but I am deeply impressed with the way this thing moves. You're not going to be losing races too easily, despite the huge size and the weight of this house. It also has massive Brembo brakes, which means stopping looks a bit like this. Pretty impressive for something so heavy. And if on the off chance somebody pulls up beside you in their house and wants to race you, just remember, they won't be as comfortable as you are. You have armrests, you have a digital dash, aircon in every room of the house, you have heated and cooled seats in the lounge, you have heated seats in the bedroom, you have touch lighting, and a quiet that you can only get from a rural house in the country. However, what a rural house in the country doesn't have is flood defences. This has a wading depth of 85 centimetres. It can also do 140 miles per hour and stands to save you £216,000. That's why you should sack off a mortgage and buy Range Rover Sport. See you next time.